Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today, I am here to talk about what's going on with the world rankings. We have seen a release of the new opinion-based world rankings, mostly coming from the worldwide panel, as coordinated by X Sports News. Some big news in the world rankings, particularly on the right arm. Dave Chaffee himself has finally been nominated as the number one arm wrestler on the planet on the right arm. Oleg Zhokh, very interestingly, taking the title and current ranked number one position for the left. But there's no doubt a few talking points. First of all, I want to say congratulations to these two men. Dave Chaffee, firstly. I think Dave Chaffee is the best arm wrestler on the planet right-handed. I think he is the strongest man, without a doubt. And it's funny that he has got to the top the way he has. Of course, the last time we saw Dave Chaffee in action, with the exception of what was recently done in WAL, we saw him against Dmitry Trubin, and he absolutely obliterated Dmitry Trubin 6-0 in a Vendetta super match. Now, of course, the man who has held the top position for quite some time, Andrei Pushkar, has slipped on the left hand. He's slipped to number 2. On the right hand, they've written that there's 2 number 2s, so that suggests that he got equal points, but they have put in Trubin above him, so Pushkar slips to number 3 on the right arm. But look, it's funny that Dave Chaffee has got to the number 1 rank without ever having taken on Pushkar. Of course, like we said, the last time we saw Chaffee was against Trubin, and I think Chaffee has earned this top spot mostly because of what Trubin just did in Moldova to Pushkar. Now, Trubin, of course, in Moldova, took out the right arm open weight category. He didn't actually compete in the overalls, but he did take out the right arm category, and he did it in style. I was there in Moldova, and I have to admit that Trubin looked like, let's just say Trubin looked like he was a monster at this event. His blood pressure was high as he was walking around. He was big. He looked the real deal at Moldova. Pushkar didn't look the same way that that Trubin did, and so I'm not gonna point fingers or anything like that. But I think that there was something we could just say that Trubin was better prepared, I think, for this tournament than Pushkar was. And perhaps as a result of that, Trubin took the title where maybe Pushkar would have put up a bit more fight or would have done what he would usually do. But Trubin was looking good. We've got to give credit to him where credit is due. At Moldova, Trubin was looking very, very good. But thanks to Trubin beating Pushkar and thanks to Chaffee beating Trubin 6-0, we've had Dave Chaffee now elevated to the number 1 rank in the world. Now, what does this mean for Dave Chaffee moving forward? It's probably not the way that he wanted to get to the number 1 rank in the world, but he's there now, and he deserves it, and well done. But, interestingly, he's got a match against, Gennady Kvikvinia in arm fights in November. Now, Gennady's been in and out with injury. But to be honest, I think Gennady was ranked in there somewhere about number 13. He didn't do well in Moldova. He lost to Alex Kadeka. Congratulations, Alex Kadeka. You have made an appearance on the list, particularly. So well done on that. But Gennady Kvikvinia is not in the league of Dave Chaffee, and I don't know what's going on with this match, whether it's still going to happen or not, but it really shouldn't be happening. If anything, we all know it. We've all said it a million times. Dave Chaffee should be taking on Pushkar. Even though Pushkar has now slipped to number 3, Pushkar has held the number 1 rank for such a long time. He is, when prepared, probably the other guy on the planet outside of Dave Chaffee that is the most dangerous in the world. And we need to see Chaffee v Pushkar. We don't need to see Pushkar v Saplenkov. I know it's locked in. I know the marketing has been done for a long time, and we're going to have to just deal with Pushkar versus Saplenkov. But please, let's make Chaffee v Pushkar happen at some time in the very, 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 very near future, because that is a match that the world wants to see, and it would be a tremendous one. And I think Dave Chaffee would win it anyway. But it would be a tremendous match. A well-prepared Pushkar, a well-prepared Dave Chaffee. It would be outstanding. So anyway, that is the ranks for the right arm. Other talking points on this one is, of course, the Michael Todd number 4, Devin Larratt number 5, Jerry Caderet number 6. Of course, these 3 guys just had a bit of a triangle of victories going on in the WL in very recent times. Michael Todd claiming the hammer, but he did, of course, lose to Jerry Caderet. And, of course, Devin Larratt beat Jerry Caderet. So there is that triangle going on. Who gets the order there? It's tricky to say, but I think it is fair enough that those 3 round out number 4, 5, and 6. Then Levan Sanganishvili, and then a few of the lighter weight guys, Ruslan Babayev, Evgeny Prudnik, and the list goes on from there. But I do think that it is a good list. It's not bad. I think it's pretty accurate. The only thing I don't agree with is probably the fact that Trubin sits there at number 2. I just think he was better prepared for that tournament in Moldova. And Andrei Pushkar and Dave Chaffee should happen because those guys are awesome and we need to see it. On the left, there are some good talking points about the left as well. Oleg Zhokh has taken the number 1 rank. Now, very interestingly, you guys will all remember that it wasn't that long ago that I was putting videos out there saying I think Devin Larratt would totally take Oleg Zhokh in a super match. Now, up until that point, when I made those videos, Devin Larratt was looking ferocious, looking big, and I know he's got Denis Saplenkov coming up in November, and I still have my money on Devin to win that match. But Oleg Zhokh impressed me in Moldova to a level that I didn't think was possible. He didn't get out of a trot, and he took care of everyone on left. The way that he beat Andrei Pushkar, even though Andrei Pushkar did get one round on him when he got a little bit of a jump off the start and forced a hook, Oleg Zhokh had no dramas in straps or out of straps, taking the wrist of Andrei Pushkar. And like I said, I know Andrei Pushkar didn't look as though he was in the best shape he's ever been in, but Oleg Zhokh did it with ease. And now we know this match was a real match. I know that when there'd been talk out there about their last tournament, I think it's the Lviv Cup, where it looked like Andrei wasn't trying. It looked like it might have been a bit of a rigged match or a setup match, and Oleg was just walked through the park with that one. But this one, people, this one was for 10,000 euros. So you can be certain that Pushkar was wanting the money. And so, given that it was for 10,000 euros, this match in Moldova, Oleg Zhokh took it, and he took it in style. And so, to me, Oleg Zhokh is absolutely deserved of that number 1 rank. And I think that he is the man. Now, what does that change in my opinion when it comes to Oleg Zhokh versus Devin Larratt? I'm sorry, Devin, I am an enormous fan of yours, but yes, it does. For me, Oleg Zhokh will beat Devin Larratt. I think that it's over. I don't think that Devin Larratt can put the brakes on Oleg Zhokh's top roll. I don't think Devin Larratt can force the hook. Look, had this match have happened a year ago, yes, probably 6 months ago, maybe. But where Oleg Zhokh is at right now and the upside in potential that he has to make further gains in this sport, I just cannot see him being stopped by Devin Larratt. As good as Devin Larratt is, Oleg Zhokh's top roll is phenomenal right now. He just totally went through Pushkar and made it look very, very easy. So Oleg Zhokh is, keep in mind that he still competed that same day in the under 80 kilos. So the man is under 80 kilos and doing that to Pushkar. I think that Oleg Zhokh will go down as the greatest arm wrestler of all time. And in the sense, I'm not saying that he is going to be more revered than John Brzenk or he's going to have more of an impact on the sport than John Brzenk. I just think he will be the most dominant arm wrestler of all time. The gap between him and second place is going to be the biggest and widest gap there has ever been in anything. I mean, that already is the case in the 80 kilo division. That's not even close. But in the overalls division, I think that Oleg Zhokh will be the most dominant arm wrestler on the planet. And until we get somebody down the track in the future with a similar sort of genetic disposition, we're not going to see anyone be as dominant as he is. I would love to see Oleg Zhokh walking around at 95 kilos or 100 kilos in 5 to 6 years' time. I think that would be, I think that's where we're going, and I think that will be, it'll be absolute cruise control for him. He will, Pushkar will be using 2 hands and still not being able to do a thing. But anyway, so Oleg Zhokh rightfully takes the number 1 rank in the overalls. Well done, Oleg Zhokh. Pushkar number 2, yes. Sanganishvili number 3, Vitaly Laletin number 4. I don't agree with those ones. Sanganishvili, Laletin, yeah, good arm wrestlers. I don't think you should be there. I think that Devin Larratt would take care of both of you. I think that Travis Bagent would take care of both of you as well. Travis Bagent, of course, coming in at what is it, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Devin Larratt number 6. So, to me, the other thing that came out of Moldova, and of course this hasn't been announced yet, I don't even know if it's going to be the case, but it is what we are all hoping for. The fact that Oleg Zhokh won the overalls division on the left hand qualifies him, if this is how the format ends up being, it qualifies him to take on Travis Bagent, who we saw have a super match with John Brzenk. Travis Bagent, if what I hope is going to happen does happen, we will see a super match between Oleg Zhokh and Travis Bagent in the near future. That would be tremendous. I think that's truly a 1 versus 2 match right there when it comes to left hand. We haven't seen Travis Bagent in a serious match in a long time, but I believe that he will take it seriously. And if the money is there, which Moldova seems to be producing, and Cobra Rhodes ends up going down this path, and I hope he does, then there is a very real chance that we see a genuine super match between Oleg Zhokh and Travis Bagent, because for me, that is a number 1 versus number 2. I have to give it to Pushkar as the number 2 at the moment because he has been there and stayed there for a long time. Travis Bagent hasn't been around in the last year or so because of WAL falling over and whatnot, and he hasn't been on the cards this year. So we don't know where Travis Bagent's at, but we do know that he is one dangerous left arm wrestler, and I think he needs to be higher on this list. Anyway, he was certainly above Laleighton and Sanganishvili in my books any day of the week. But if I had the ranks, it'd be Bagent 3, Devon 4, then Sanganishvili and Laleighton can go on from there. But anyway, some interesting talking points, some fantastic news out of the world rankings. Of course, we don't have an official global world rankings, but this is probably the most respected panel that is putting world rankings out there in a moment. So it's fantastic to see the recognition of these two gentlemen that have taken the number 1 spots. Dave Chaffee on the right, I'm particularly happy for because I do believe he is the man. Let's hope he gets a shot at Pushkar. And Oleg Zhokh, fantastic news, the way he handled Pushkar. You've changed my opinion, sir. You are most definitely the number 1 ranked arm wrestler on the world, left hand, and I hope you have a match with Travis Bagent in December. All right, guys, that is it for the wrap up on the rankings coverage. I hope you're well, and we'll see you guys again next time.